Hi there, I'm Miss P, and this video will cover how to shade a cone. First, we'll draw a cone. You can practice this a few times, making some triangles. And then you can turn your page. It might make it easier to make that C shape for the bottom of the cone. And then you'll just erase that extra straight line. It doesn't show up on camera as well, but I highly recommend that you draw really, really lightly, so that way whenever you do need to erase your extra lines, it is a lot easier and way less frustrating. The more you practice drawing lines in sketches, the more you'll be able to make straight lines. However, you can always use a ruler or the side of any straight object, like a folder or a notebook. Or even a pencil. Sometimes you might want to start with the triangle first. And that can really, really help if you are unsure of what angle the other side should be. That way I could line it up. I did draw a little bit too darkly. Whenever you're using a ruler, it is so easy to put too much pressure on your pencil and then not be able to erase it when you want to. So I've got 1 point here, 1 point here, and then I'm actually just gonna do an ellipse. An ellipse is just this oval type shape. It helps to make sure that that rounded bottom of the cone is even, because you can compare the top of that semicircle, or the top of that oval, to the bottom of that oval. And I can make adjustments as needed. A common problem I come across a lot is having too many lines, because I just have always drawn with a lot of lines. So if you do that as well, I highly recommend you take just a minute to clean up some extra lines. It's kind of like measure twice, cut once, sketch twice, draw once. That's what I would say. So then, now that I have the bottom of my cone, I'll erase that top portion. Your shadow is going to be on the opposite side of wherever your light source is. So if my light source is here, my shadow will be roughly here. Picking up your pencil and shading in the same direction is going to give you a smoother shade than going back and forth. with your marks. But art is very much whatever works for you. Don't forget to leave our subtle, double check to make sure I haven't lost my corner. Very, very subtle white line next to that dark line in the shadow. If you ever get impatient, feel free to move on to another shape for a minute. And feel free to make plenty of mistakes. This is a really good tool for if there's a drawing you really care about and don't want to mess up on and you can feel yourself getting impatient. Just move on to a separate sketch for a minute and make some mistakes in it. Whenever you are shading your cone, it can help make it look more 3D if you use these curved shading lines. Highlight will be about there. And that's about that. I mean, that's about it.